Indeed. Let's speak now to the leader of the True and Fair Party, Gina Miller, who can join us. Gina, thank you for your time. Is what we've heard so far true and fair, do you think?
Absolutely not. And I think there are more details that will come out, because there are two things that we've learned today. One in the Mirror exclusive, that as an advisor, a senior advisor to Mrs. Braverman, denied 4 times when they were asked 6 weeks ago whether there was a speeding fine if there was an incident, and they said there was no such thing, and they called it scaremongering, and the fact that people were coming to get her was all a conspiracy. So that seems to be a serious question as to, was there a breach of not just the ministerial code but actually the civil servants code. The second thing I think I'd also point out is that just last month, when Mrs. Braverman was before the Public Administration Committee, she actually asked if there was a speeding fine whilst you were doing parliamentary business, if that could be claimed on expenses. Now, that is extraordinary. If that's basically what she's saying, is that if you were asking that, even if it was a hypothetical question, that if she was caught for speeding and fined, that we, the taxpayers, should pay for that. I mean, this is an extraordinary claim from somebody who should be setting the highest standards. Yeah. And the third thing I'd say is that
I'm just going to intervene and say there is
on one of these courses, and you can do them since COVID. You can do them online.
Just interrupt just to say there is no suggestion that she is put this fine, which is as paid for the points, on expensive. That is not accepted at all, of course. But let me just put the point that we were discussing with Mark, and that is that there may have been a security consideration for actually going into a public arena with other members of the public to do the course itself in person.
That's since COVID, it has been an option. When you get the letter through for your speeding fine, it is very clear that you can have it on online. You don't have to be there in person. So I think that's just a belated hindsight excuse that she's coming up with.
What do you think should happen if Sir Laurie Magnus, and it is his decision, does find that the ministerial code has been broken? Because, of course, it is still in the gift, then, of the Prime Minister to decide what sanction should be placed on her.
Well, this would have been, if Sir Magnus finds us that it is a breach of the ministerial code, this will be her second breach. Because remember, she was sacked for sending emails to a backbencher from her private email under Liz Truss, and she was sacked then. Then, you know, how many times do you need? This is a serious behaviour at the top. Somebody who is a senior law officer in this country who's trying to bypass, you know, the law and fine. It is just not good enough, and she should go.
And finally, of course, I have just actually fessed up to having done a speed awareness course myself. Can I ask you, have you got any points on your licence or had to attend a speed awareness course?
I haven't. My husband has had to attend the course. I haven't had any points or speeding on my licence. But I say, whatever, if I was to speed and get caught, then I should pay the fine or do the course. Nobody is above the law.
Well done, you. Thank you very much indeed for your time, Gina Miller from the True and Fair Party. Thank you very much indeed.